Here we are working on No Hair Norman's knife. Here's the disc that it came out of. You can see it's shaped kind of like a big bowl. It's cut out of right here. When I cut it out, it was shaped like this. So I had to heat it up in the stove, flatten it out. It's pretty true now. So we're gonna rough cut to shape the shape of the knife. Here's a little better shot of it, what it's going to look like. That way you can see it a little better. It was kind of far off before, but we're gonna cut it out and get it rough to shape. Here we go. Here's the knife so far. Still a little rough here on the bottom edge of the handle. Of course the blade's not done, but I don't want to do too much more work on it with the grinder. It's just too easy to make a mistake when you're this close in. I can take it down and smooth it out and make it nice with the file, ended up with it getting the way I want it. we got No Hair Norman's knife finished up. It's all ready for the heat treat now. All in all, turned out pretty nice. The steel is very hard. Had a brand new mill file, grinding the flat grind in it. The mill file is shot. It's going to be another knife. Really hard piece of steel, and I even put it in the stove and really heated it up. Tried to soften it up good, got it nice and red hot, let it cool slow, but it still stayed pretty hard. It's really showed its grit when I tried sanding it out to get it finished before I put it in the heat treat. It's really hard to sand out all the mill marks after a heat treat, so I tried to get most of them out. Took it down to a 500 grit paper on the blade itself. Before it's all said and done, I'll probably go through about 4,000 to look like a mirror when I'm done with it. The steel was a lot more pitted than I thought it would be. On one side, the side that was down in the ground, when I found the disc, it was laying face up in the ground. The side that was in the ground is a lot more pitted than the other side. You can definitely see that, but I think it gives it character. I think it's going to look really sharp when it comes out of the heat treat. I'll leave some of the scale in there, just buff off the surface when I take it out, other than sanding the sheen on the blade. And I think it'll look really nice, give it some character. Once I put those curly walnut scales on there, I think it'll really pop and look really sharp. It's come a long way. Really pleased with it so far. Hopefully heat treat doesn't do anything horrible to it and warp it or anything. It shouldn't. I watched several of Sugar Creek Forge's videos, and Tim down there has lots of good advice. You should check his channel out. He recommends folding an index card in quarters, and about that thickness of 4 layers of index card is about what you need to finish the edge of your blade before it goes into heat treat. That is about what I've got there, maybe a little thinner, but I shouldn't have any issues with it. It's going to be quick. I'm going to differential treat the blade. That's the first time I've done this with a heat treat. All the others have been just one continuous heat treat for the whole knife. This one I'm going to treat the blade before the rest of it goes in the oil. I'm going to treat just the leading edge of the blade. Hopefully I'll get a nice line so you can see the temper line in the middle of it when I'm done. Got it stamped. Blade's a little discolored from kind of the tempering when I heated it up to stamp it. I can stamp it cold, but I like stamping it hot. Have a new stamp. It's now the compass with the north pointing arrow. It's not the first letter of my name anymore, so turning the new page there. So this will be the end of this video series. We'll start with part 2. We'll start with the heat treat and go into scales and finishing it up, and then the last part of the video series for this knife will be the sheath and some outdoor use photos of it. I like to get it in the photo gallery some. So, till next time, I'll get the next video up as soon as I can. It's Lost in the Woods. We'll talk to you later.